Good afternoon, everyone. It's Sal, Stretford Post. How you doing? And welcome to the match preview between Manchester United and Bournemouth in the Premier League, guys, which is, as always, a very, very crucial game in regards to our Champions League aspirations, of course, guys. Welcome aboard. Please, guys, before I start, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash a like on the video, all that sweet stuff. If you guys could do that for me, it'd be absolutely fantastic, guys. Let's get straight into the news. Of course, Ruben Amorim has had his press conference. The press conference has gone on. He has spoken. A couple of telling conversations there in regards to Ruben Amorim, of course. So we go into his conversation. He said, Amorim said about Bournemouth, I think they are a top team, top manager with special players. I don't look to their results. I look at the way they face their every opponent and they press really strong. Of course, Bournemouth are a different team to other teams that we have played. Of course, they are more attacking. They have more creative input. They're less of the low block. And that could possibly work in Manchester United's favour. This could work in Man United's favour, having a team that actually comes for us, that actually goes for us. And I think that will make a refreshing thing, of course. That would make a refreshing narrative, of course, that a team would actually go for us and actually, try and score some goals. And hopefully that plays into Manchester United's hands, of course. Hopefully this all goes well and Bournemouth come at us and we attack them. Of course, we haven't had quite as a good record as we would like to have against Bournemouth. We lost a couple of times in recent years, 3-0, of course, a couple of times. So, you know what, we have to be wary of Bournemouth and we have to be obviously cautious as well and not be complacent in this game, of course, despite Bournemouth not winning any games in 6. Amorim said what he expects from Bournemouth. They are really direct in the game. They can play with different options in the front, which gives us a lot of options to work and prepare for the game. I expect a Premier League game that is really tough. We need to win. Of course we do, guys. We need to win the game. That is a pretty obvious. Man United need to win the game. We need to win a home game, especially at Old Trafford. These games need to be won because at the end of the day, I don't think we are as effective as we can be at Old Trafford. We did relatively well at Old Trafford, but I don't think we're doing as well as we possibly can do at Old Trafford, if you ask me, if I'm being totally honest, guys. I think we need to be a little bit more ruthless at Old Trafford. I think we need to be a little bit more confident. I don't know what happens with Man United when it gets to Old Trafford, of course. We do seem to go into our shell a little bit. I don't know why, but we do. And I think that Man United need to overcome this and make Old Trafford a fortress again. I would like to see Old Trafford a fortress again. I really would, because it's been a while, guys, since we've had an atmosphere that is intimidating at Old Trafford. Let's be real, guys. We haven't really had an intimidating atmosphere at Old Trafford in recent years, and it's something that we need to fix, of course, guys. Ruben Amorim went on to say, guys, in regards to the AFCON, we're still in conversations with the national teams. The game is Monday. They are here and training, but we are preparing for all scenarios of the game. Of course, guys, the African nations is coming thick and fast, and we have to be aware of this. We have to be prepared for this. This is very important. Obviously, we're going to be losing in Bremo. We're going to be losing Ahmad, and we're going to be losing Mazraoui. So obviously, we have to prepare for those scenarios. We should have done it already. I do believe that Ruben Amorim has prepared. I do believe that we do have backup options and a way we want to play when the African nations happens. Of course, the African nations has been planned for years. So at the end of the day, plan for months anyway, guys, absolutely. So, guys, I would like to say that, you know what, it should be okay, but it's going to be difficult. I wouldn't say it's going to be easy because, you know, with Man United, don't you? We don't have a squad, do we? We don't have a strong enough squad. Now, guys, a lot of cliches in regards to Ruben Amorim's conference. Of course, Maguire is still out. Sesko is still out. Of course, guys, this is interesting when they're going to come back. Obviously, we don't know yet, but things are looking positive in regards to Licha Martinez, of course. Will Licha Martinez start tomorrow? I don't think so. I think he will still go with the same thing. But I want to bring this in, guys. I want to talk about this. Paul Scholes on Ruben Amorim. I don't think he's this manager gets the club full stop. I just don't think he's the right man. Now, look, I know Paul Scholes is a Manchester United legend, guys. But I'm going to pick the bones from Paul Scholes today. And I'm going to talk about Paul Scholes. Now, guys, in regards to Paul Scholes, right, was a legend at Man United who played very well for Man United, but it's not to say he's smart. He's a great footballer. It doesn't mean he's smart. It doesn't mean he's tactically aware. It doesn't mean that he can manage a football team because he hasn't and he's failed. A couple of things there. Now, he's got far more important things in his life going on, respectively, than to be calling Ruben Amorim not good enough. In what world is he not good enough? The fact that he's got the stats up there in the top 3, is that what it is? Personally, I just feel like a lot of these ex-players don't want Man United to succeed, and they just want to throw the self-righteous thing at Ruben Amorim or whatever manager it was. Paul Scholes has had the same energy for every single manager that we've had since Sir Alex Ferguson. Isn't that a surprise, guys? Do you know what I mean? This is, as Kenny says there, he rates Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, though. This is exactly what it is. They don't want anyone to be successful at Man United at the end of the day. And I want to just tell Paul Scholes about the birds and the bees. Paul Scholes, for me, was the greatest English midfielder. But why was he greatest English midfielder? We can easily throw something at Paul Scholes right now, that Alex Ferguson could win a league with Gibson and Cleverley in the midfield. Right? Make of that what you will. Alex Ferguson could win a league with Gibson and Cleverley in midfield, with Carrick and Fletcher in defence. That is what Alex Ferguson can do, right? So I think a lot of these ex-players, Gary Neville, Paul Scholes, all of them need to get off their high horse a little bit. They need to get off their high horse. And if they're so smart and they know everything about Man United and Man United's heritage and how Man United should play, why don't they grab hold of Salford and get them at a position where they're better than Leyton Orient, for example? Because they're not. And this is what we're talking about, guys. And I feel like they don't help the situation. They're always in the background. They're always mouthing off. They're always talking. You just need to look at who's on the overlap. You just need to look at who's in that crowd. The biggest prats in Man United fan base are in that crowd. This is what we're talking about. They mingle with the idiots. Do you know what I mean? And to be honest with you, that every single week, every single time we hear something come out their mouth, it's a negative. It's a negative. It's a negative. I'm sorry, but Sir Alex Ferguson was the genius here. Sir Alex Ferguson's the one that brought us success. Sir Alex Ferguson's the reason that they have a platform. Whatever they say about the football club, they don't know what's going on behind the scenes. So I suggest that they don't really talk about what's going on. If you're going to speak about something that's going on at the football club, maybe they should do their research and maybe they should learn to know more people than me, because they don't. At the end of the day, so look, guys, what they're doing at this football club is basically putting Man United under more pressure than we should be in. It's pressure that we shouldn't be in, right? Because they're just adding more fuel to the fire. They're adding more fuel to the fire. They're adding more pressure on the manager. They're adding more pressure on the team, which ultimately, of course, everyone has social media. Everyone, guys. And to be honest with you, and it's going to put them under pressure. It's going to put them under more pressure than necessary. And that's what I would say about that. With all due respect to Paul Scholes, he's still one of the greatest players ever to play in England. As a midfielder, I think he's the best. He's better than Gerrard and Lampard. That's my opinion. However, all these ex-Man United players, all of them, they are just full of it. Just full of it. They're just full of it. They're full of it. They're arrogant, egotistical, negative. I don't care about anything else but what happens at Man United. And that is what it is at the end of the day. And, I know that Paul Scholes is under pressure in his life. I know that he's under a lot of pressure, but I'm listening to that interview. And I'm thinking to myself, you sound very angry, mate. You sound very angry. You sound very, bitter. You sound like that. You sound like you got a lot on. So I suggest he does what he said and just move away from television. Maybe he should do that, right? And I'm a Man United fan of 40 years, before Paul Scholes played for Man United, by the way. So at the end of the day, I'm telling him as a veteran of Man United fan, right, that just keep quiet, mate. Keep quiet and let the team progress, and let's see what we can do. Because I know there's a lot of people out there, social media narratives and stuff like that, the content creators who are clipping the quotes from Paul Scholes and stuff like that. But generally, they disagree with Paul Scholes. But when it fits their narrative, all of a sudden, oh, yeah, I agree with him. He's absolutely spot on. That is what we're talking about. That's my legend. That's my legend. This is what we're talking about. Man United are progressing. The stats suggest that. We've said it already. Third top scorers in the league behind City and Arsenal. What do you want? First, in missed big opportunities. What do you... At the end of the day, what will be refreshing for me is that one of those ex-players come out and call out the Glazers and call out Ineos, because they're certainly not doing that, are they? They're not doing that. They're not calling out the Glazers, not calling out the reasons behind everything, what's been going on this last 12 years. It's on my high horse a self-righteous sort of attitude that I don't like at Man United, that this needs a raising from the football club. Of course it does. This is the kind of thing that needs a raising, of course. Let me just say hello to the community. Hope you're all doing well, guys. Hope everyone is blessed. Big up, Ephraim. How you doing? Good officer. I hope you safe trip to Italy for you and your family. Thank you so much, Ephraim. Thank you for remembering. I will do this stream. I will go on Mo's channel for an hour, and then I'm flying off straight after that, guys. I'm going back to Italy. I will be in Italy. There will be no breaking dawn tomorrow because obviously I arrive very early in the morning, and I have to get a train from Rome all the way down to Naples. So I won't get back in time, but I will be bringing you some streams tomorrow. So keep an eye on that, guys. I will be there, guys. But thank you so much, FM. You absolute legend. Big up, Bobby. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Hope everything is blessed with you. Stephen, big up yourself. Big up yourself. Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope everything's blessed. Kenny, but Paul Scholes rates Ole because he was a state. Yeah, and it's the 4 per minute. We can see through the bias and the narrative here. I mean, I read a story last week that none of the players feel like the legends of Man United don't want Man United to succeed. They don't want them to succeed because they don't want to ruin their legacy. I mean, if that is true, I mean, I don't know what to say, mate. I really don't, honestly. Stephen, ex-players hold a grudge over the club because of the way they left. Probably, yeah, but they don't need to take it out on Ruben Amorim. Maybe they should call out the owners, eh? Maybe they should call out the owners. Maybe they should talk about the reason they left the club. Maybe they should talk about that, not talk about Ruben Amorim, because at the end of the day, Ruben Amorim is trying to work miracles here. And you know what? There's too much pressure on this job. Honestly, there's too much pressure on this job. Absolutely. Stephen, that's insane. Could Pep win a title with that midfield? Like, absolutely not. Pep struggles with one injury. Rodri's out. It's done. I can't do it anymore. Imagine Pep with Ruben Amorim's checkbook and Ruben Amorim's team right now. I'm pretty sure he won't be getting in the top 5. I mean, the guy struggles already. You know what I mean? You know, with an already settled team. Let him know now. Do you know what I mean? Ephraim, so why always talk about the manager? Why don't they talk about the main problems, the owners? Because they don't want to do that, because it might jeopardize their chances of getting season tickets. Basically hospitality suites, things like that. That's what it does. So if these legends start talking mathing off about the ownership and the Ineos and the Glazers and stuff like that, this is exactly what it does. It jeopardizes their opportunities and their chances of getting the season tickets and getting their tickets for their mates. And that's exactly what it is. And you know, the culture at this football club, I said it from the beginning, in all seriousness, the culture at this football club needs to change. The whole dynamic of this football club needs to change. Everything needs to change, not just the players on the pitch. You know what I mean? Everything needs to change. Ephraim, Sal, was the De Ligt injury serious? I don't think so, but it is getting a little bit frustrating that De Ligt will be out again. Obviously, it's a blessing that we've got Leacher back, and we've got obviously Aiden Heaven back as well. That's a good blessing to have. I'm happy with Aiden Heaven. I think Aiden Heaven has done very well so far. Obviously, De Ligt has been a great player for Man United this last year or so, a good player for Man United this last year or so. So obviously, I'm frustrated about that. I don't know where these injuries are coming from, these obnoxious injuries that keep appearing. And also the striker situation with Sesko. What's going on with Sesko? What is happening here? Why do we keep getting these silly little niggles and injuries and stuff like that? It is frustrating, guys. But there's the team that I think it will be. I don't think we can go much wrong with that, guys. I think that's the team that it will be, guys, against Bournemouth. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. But that is basically the team that I think will be tomorrow, guys. Monday, should I say, against Bournemouth. Of course, Monday is the game. We're playing on Monday again, guys. Can you believe it? We're playing on Monday again, late at night again, guys. But I will be doing the watch-along live from Italy. It'll be a different flavor, different background, guys. I will be doing it live from Italy this time, guys. I will be doing the live watch-along of Manchester United against Bournemouth. Look forward to that, of course, guys. Absolutely, all being well. But yeah, guys, it is annoying. It is frustrating. It is, I mean, it's pathetic, isn't it? That we keep having to quote what ex-players are saying, because at the end of the day, it's like they're clueless. It's like, you know, they don't know what's going on. It's like they're just plainly ignoring what is going on, or they just have nothing to talk about. They've got an idiotic guy from Yorkshire, the presenter, a Leeds guy, right? No, by the way, who's sitting there. Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, that's right, yeah, yeah, right, that's right, yeah, oh yeah, that's right, yeah. That's all he does, mate, because he's an absolute bimbo, right? That guy there. You know, you got Wayne Rooney, you got a clown on there who pretends he's funny. I don't even know who he is. some comedian, right? And they're hanging around clowns. A lot of them are just hanging around clowns. That's what they're doing, and they're becoming clowns. And that's what happened. And then you hang around clowns, you become a clown. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, and that's what's happening. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, and I'm fed up with it. To be honest with you, they just need to maybe they should take a leaf at their own book and stop hanging around Leeds fans because dirty Leeds. And maybe they should do that instead of bloody going on channel with Leeds fans and things like that. And my best mate's a Leeds fan. Oh, well done, mate. Is it you're giving a platform to another Leeds, mate? All right. Would they give a platform to you? Afternoon, Marky Mark. How you doing, legend? What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. How are you, my friend? Very well. Good to see you, my friend. I can't wait till we get this losing and weak mentality culture at the club. We have one of the hardest working managers. Big up, Sal. Big up. Glory, Man United. Big up. You deserve the best, my friend. You speak a lot of truth, and you're absolutely right. And nobody is helping. No, well, we are helping. We're trying to help. We're trying to back Ruben Amorim. We're in his corner, right? We're in his corner, and we're backing him because I know that the quotes today and, on the past as well, they're going to resonate, and a lot of the social media clowns out there, they're going to be, on it. They're going to be on it. Oh, believe in him. You should believe in him. Mate, you know what? Let me tell you something about people who believe in him. Yeah, at the end of the day, maybe you should stick off burgers, mate, and maybe your cholesterol might be a little bit better, son. You know what I mean? And take your own advice and start, if you're so great, mate, how comes you weigh 350 pounds sitting in front of a flipping camera, mate? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, let me just tell you that right now. Listen, if you want to talk about the manager, why don't you talk about you going for a jog, mate? Do that, son. Right? I'm talking about the content creators out there. Do that instead of talking about, oh, yeah, you should listen to him. Bloody sweaty muffin. Honest to God. And I tell you, right, you guys, man, they drive me absolutely bonkers. You know what I mean? Absolutely bonkers. The time will be Italy time, so I will be doing the watch along about I think it's on at 9, so it will be 8:30 Italy time, but I will be obviously just keep an eye out on the thing. It should update itself anyway. So when I go live on the actual YouTube, you'll see it. It should be all there perfectly. But keep your notifications on, of course. Keep your notifications on. So when I go live, if any problems, anything, you will see it, guys. Absolutely. Do you know what I mean? You will see that I am live, of course, guys. Absolutely. But the team is there for me. The team, I think it will be Lamens in goal. It will be, for me, I believe, Aidan Heaven as a centre-back. The left-sided centre-back will be Luke Shaw with Mazraoui in defence of the right centre-back. The left-sided wing-back will be Dalot. The right-sided wing-back, of course, will be Ahmad. The two central midfielders, as usual, Fernandes and Casemiro. I believe it will be Cunha, Mbeumo, and I believe who's up front? Mason Mount up front, guys, as the attacking trio, of course. I believe it will be that, guys, in my opinion. That's what I believe the lineup that Ruben Amorim will pick, guys. That's what Ruben Amorim will pick, guys. And my prediction for the game against Bournemouth will be Manchester United 3, Bournemouth 1. Manchester United 3, Bournemouth 1, guys. That is what it will be, of course. And yeah, let's hope we get the win. A win is the most important thing. The most important thing for us is getting a win, guys, at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And that's it at the end of the day. And we have to carry on winning. And what would that be? 10 games, 7 wins. Not an half bad, is it, guys? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, before a team that's not progressing. You know what I mean? So, look, I just hope we do win. I hope we do win because, obviously, it will shut down a lot of haters. I want Man United to be in the top 4 by Christmas, of course, because at the end of the day, many people would have taken that at the beginning of the season. If they said at Christmas, you're going to be in the top 4, I think many people would have accepted that and taken that at the beginning of the season. I believe that. I really do believe that, of course. I really do. Of course, guys, absolutely. But let's see what happens. It is a massive game, guys. Of course, it's a massive game, and we hope that Man United do the business. Bournemouth, as Bournemouth do, they're going to be playing for their lives. They do that against Man United. Every time they play against Man United, it seems to be like a final for them. I wonder why they don't qualify for Europe or any of the big competitions, because every time they seem to play against Man United, they seem to be like on fire. I don't know why. So hopefully they will not have a good day at Old Trafford this time. And hopefully Man United Put them to the sword, guys. Absolutely. And put them to the sword well, of course, guys. And that is how it should be, of course. Absolutely. Let's hope that happens, guys. Let's hope Man United do the business. And let's hope Man United carry on and carry on this form, which is undefeated now in 9 games, isn't it? That would be undefeated in 10 games. It will be, guys. You know, well, we won't be undefeated, but it'll be 1 defeat in 10 games, which is, for me, that is Champions League form, isn't it? That is Champions League form. 1 defeat in 10 games is Champions League form if we're looking at things objectively, isn't it, guys? It is Champions League form. So, look, let's wait and see what happens, guys. It's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be a good game, and hopefully it is, and hopefully Man United show up. I really do hope so. Obviously, in theory, it is before the African nations. After this game, I do believe that many of the players will be leaving for the African nations. Of course, we're trying to negotiate them to leave later, but obviously FIFA has said no. Obviously, because FIFA are clowns. So FIFA said no, you can't keep the players longer. They have to leave at a certain date and stuff like that, which makes it obviously doubly difficult. But that's why Ineos should have, and the Glazers, of course, should have backed Ruben Amorim efficiently and sufficiently, of course, guys, because our squad is nowhere near good enough, of course. But what does that do? You can either look at things glass half empty, or you can look at things glass half full. I want to look at things glass half full, and I want to look at the fact that, you know what, maybe a few more players can come into the team, and this is their chance to shine. We all seen the people have been screaming out for Kobe Mainu. We've all seen them people, haven't we? Now it's time that now it's his time to show us why. Let him come into the team now. This is his chance. You know what I mean? And this is his chance. Show us Kobe Mainu. Show us what you can do, bro. You know what I mean? And that's what it should be at the end of the day. And I will go for. I'll go for 3-1 Ephraim. That's my score, my guy. Big up yourself. Great minds think alike and all that. Big up. I would take 3-1 as well, my friend. I would take 3-1 as well all day long. I would like that. As long as Man United win the game, that is most important for me. Man United to win the game. Man United to go on a further elevate their record so far this last, was it 10 games or so, which has been okay. It's been all right. We're not losing games. We're winning more games. I do believe it'll be 7 wins in 10 if we beat Bournemouth, if I'm not wrong. Look, we could draw a couple. We lost one. Of course we did. But the records is getting better. The performances are getting better. The results are getting better. And anyone who denies that, anyone who doesn't believe in that, just plainly has an agenda at the end of the day, guys. And that's what I would say about it. They got an agenda, I would say, of course. But let me know your thing. 3-1 says Ephraim. He says 3-1 to Manchester United. I'll take that all day long, my friend. I'll take a 3-1 win, absolutely, all day long. I'll take a 1-0 win, guys. Absolutely, I would. And I would, just as long as we win the game. I know how difficult Bournemouth could be. Bournemouth will represent something different for us, different to West Ham, different to Everton, because Bournemouth are much more in the inclination that they attack more. They go for the game a little bit more, and maybe that will play into Manchester United's hands. Maybe that will play into Manchester United's hands, and maybe Man United could take advantage of that. And you know what, when they come at us and stuff. So I would like to think that Man United have worked on a few things. Of course, we still got a few injuries in there. But this team are hopefully carry on from the form that we played the last game, of course, guys, against Wolves. I know it was only Wolves, apparently, you know what I mean? But hopefully we get that confidence there to go on and win a few games, of course, guys. Absolutely. I hope so, guys. And we got some more difficult games coming up. Of course, we've got Newcastle coming up as well, which is going to be a difficult game. We've also got City coming up very soon. We've got Aston Villa away coming up very soon as well. And we also got Arsenal coming up in January as well. Let's not forget that as well, guys. We've got a number of difficult games to come as well. We got Leeds as well. Leeds United, our nemesis at the end of the day. Leeds United, we got them coming up away from home as well, which is always going to be a difficult game. Ison, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good evening, sir. I really hope that we beat Bournemouth. I saw his presser. Their manager says he loves coaching at Old Trafford. He loves coaching at Old Trafford. He hasn't won one game in 6, so he needs to just be quiet, man, or just go back to Superman, where what he looks like that octopus man, doesn't he? Look, what he needs, guys, is just to be quiet. And what Man United need to do, number one, is shut him up. Shut him up. Because at the end of the day, he's not 1 in 6, right? And we're 1 defeat in 10. So at the end of the day, I think he just needs to be quiet. But it does depend on us, guys. It does depend on us, what we do. And if we shut him up, because we have the power to shut him up. We have the tools and the facility to shut him up, don't we? We have the tools to make him eat his words, of course. Ephraim, Sal, if we do not see any improvement, they have checked their eyes. people have made a decision, but their ego and their narcissistic behavior will prevent them from changing no matter what happens. Let me tell you that right now. Ruben Amorim can come out there and he can win 10 games in a row. From now, he can go and win 10 games in a row. They will still say he conceded a goal against him. He didn't bring him on against him. We should have won by more goals. This is them. This is what they'll do. No matter what Ruben Amorim does, they've already made up their mind. So no matter what, as if Man United lose or draw, it's going to be even worse for us because they'll be going, I told you. Because that's all they're interested in. I told you so. You know what I mean? I told him that if he eats burgers, he'll be overweight. And that's what happens with him, of course. You know what I mean? But he wouldn't listen to me at the end of the day. Look, guys, you know what I would say? What I would say about this is that we concentrate on ourselves. We concentrate on backing this manager and we do it ourselves, guys. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, they don't want Man United to win. They don't. Not many people do. And we're the only true ones who actually want United to win. We're the only true ones who believe United can win. We're the only real ones, guys. Ephraim, Sal, if they do not see an improvement, they have to check their eyes. Big up. Big up Tuto, what's going on? Big up Sal, special likes people and subscribe. Big up Tutu, hope you're well. Good people, of course. Great channel. Go and subscribe. All the update on Italian football, of course. I'm in Italy tomorrow, guys. I'm flying off 2 a.m, guys, my time. So you know what? I'm off to Rome, and then I'm off to Naples, guys. So yeah, see the in-laws and do a bit of agency work, guys. If you know what I mean, hopefully I'll get some collaborations. That'd be great. But guys, yeah, I'm in Italy tomorrow. Reminded me to, of course. But I am in there. I'm flying from Abu Dhabi, where I am now, back to Italy, of course, guys. So I will be there tomorrow. Happy days. And yeah, will be a different backdrop tomorrow. Yeah, my place in Naples, of course. Will be great. That'd be lovely. Our place in Naples, of course, guys. But yeah, look, guys, there's a lot of negativity. I'm sure that there are teams in Italy who don't want their team to lose, unlike Manchester United, because there are fans in our fan base who want us to lose so they could be proven right. And for me, it is a disgrace. That is a disgrace. For me, it is a disgrace, and it should never be happening at a football club you supposedly support. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, guys, absolutely not. But you know what? It is what it is. You can't help it that you're going to get prats everywhere you go. And that is just the way it is at the end of the day, guys. You're going to get prats. You're going to get idiots. You're going to get these people, you know, sadly. But it's just the way it is, you know. And what we have to do as a collective, we have to support our team. We have to make sure we support our team. And if we keep winning games, they've got no leg to stand on. What we have to do is carry on winning games, continue to win games, and they will have no leg to stand on. They will have nothing to moan about. And that is the fact of the matter, guys. Absolutely. That's the fact of the matter. They will have nothing to cry about. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's how we do it, guys. But I hope you like the team. Let me know if you change anything. Of course, we don't have many options. This is basically probably one of the best lineups we could possibly do. But obviously, you can change a couple of players in there. It's not going to make much of a difference. But there you go. You can change a couple of players there. That is the most we can do at the moment, guys. Absolutely. I wish I can help me to help you. Help me to help you. Help me to help you. Yes, I will try. Guys, absolutely. But here we go, guys. Look, guys, it's going to be a busy... Wait, it already has been a busy day for me, guys. I'm doing this stream. I'm off to Judge Mo's channel after this. And then I'm flying off straight up. Bag, gone. I'm gone, guys. You know what I mean? You know, and so I'm going to have a busy time. But yeah, always Man United chat. You know what I mean? We keep talking Man United at the end of the day. Wouldn't it be great if we could do live stream on a plane? Wouldn't it be great if I could do a live stream for you? Plane stream settings at the end of the day, guys. Absolutely. That would be good, wouldn't it? Guys. Roy, good afternoon. Messi is coming to my city. What do you think, Sal? What's your city again, Roy? Sorry, mate. I know that you got Atletico de Madrid in your description there, mate. But what is your city? What is your city, Roy? Messi's coming. I met Messi in Hackney in East London, by the way, once. He went to Hackney Marshes. Those who know. No, all you're in Kolkata, my guy. Big up Kolkata, massive, absolutely brilliant. Big up, absolutely, man. Namaste, my guy. Hope you're well. Big up, Roy. Absolutely. Yeah, he's going there. Good for him. It's good for him. Good for him. Kolkata is one of the better cities in India, by the way. India is crazy. It is crazy. If you go to Delhi, goodness me. Oh my goodness me. It is absolutely crazy, mate. It's crazy. But yeah, Messi, he's not the GOAT. It's Cristiano Ronaldo anyway. But yes, look, guys, I'm going to remain positive until Monday, of course. Guys, and please, guys, don't forget that I won't be doing Breaking Dawn tomorrow because I won't get to my the place in time. I won't be get there in time, of course, guys. So I won't be able to do Breaking Dawn as much as I want to. I'll try my best to go online when I can, guys. Absolutely. The bus in the morning is gonna be jammed. My God, it's jammed already, mate. Let alone then. Bloody hell. You know what I look at, Joy? I look at the trains over there. It's just madness. People just hang on to the trains like that. You know what I mean? They just jump onto the trains like that at the end of the day, man. Absolutely. Madness. Big up India, though. Big up Indians. Big up India, of course. And yeah, look, and good luck to Lionel Messi, of course, guys, who's still playing. You know, this is something that we won't get in the future, guys. We're getting players like Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi still playing. You won't get that at the end of the day, would you? You know what I mean? Unfortunately, when I go to Naples, people support Messi more than they support Ronaldo because of the Argentinian thing, the Diego Maradona thing. So that happens a lot when I go over there, unfortunately. But that is something that I have to contend with, of course, guys. But it is what it is, of course, guys. Absolutely. But we're looking forward to Man United continuing the run, despite the media, despite the ex-players, despite the negativity surrounding our football club. Let's go and beat Bournemouth and we move on, guys. You know what I mean? To live another day, to fight another day. And that's what we do. For them guys to fight another day, because I know that they're wishing that Man United lose. I know for a fact that they're hoping Man United lose. That's what they're doing at the end of the day. One ticket costs 12,000 rupees. What's that, mate? About 50 pence? I'll go with pennies, mate, because I'm English, bruv. So is it pounds? Is it 50p? What is it? What is it in dirhams? What is it in dirhams? I do know dirhams. I do know euros slightly. So what is it? What is that? 12,000 rupees. It's not much, is it? Is it? One ticket costs 12,000 rupees. I mean, how much is that? How much is that in pounds, mate? I'm not going to guess. What's the value of what's the current market like? That's what I'm saying. See, you get everything on this stream, guys. You get currency conversions, the lot. Absolutely. You get jokes, you get banter, you get currency conversions. You get the lot, guys. You get the absolute maximum, of course, guys. Absolutely, you get the maximum. £100, says Bobby. £100 for a ticket on the train that you can't sit down on. Bloody hell, I thought going to Manchester was expensive from London. Yeah, that's pretty expensive, to be honest with you. Isn't that like a month's wage in India? I don't know. But yeah, definitely. But big up anyway, India. Big up, Bobby. Thank you so much for the currency conversion, my guy. Really appreciate it. Absolutely brilliant, of course, guys. The currency conversion is all good. So the next 3 games suit they do not sit back. Hopefully, mate. Hopefully, fingers crossed, all being well. The next few games, guys, will be absolutely perfect for Man United and we can move on, guys. I really do hope so and move up that table and carry on this improvement in form. Hopefully we get a little bit of improvement going on, of course, guys. Absolutely, guys. I hope so anyway. I hope so. But, guys, as I said, I will not be here for Breaking Dawn tomorrow, most likely, but I will be live tomorrow at some point, whether I'm doing a watch-alongs or I'm doing Chatterboxer, of course, guys. I will be bringing you live from Italy, the stream, of course, guys. So keep it locked. Keep it locked on Stretford Post. We will be working hard. I will always be working hard, guys, for you guys. And I really appreciate everyone who's come in today, of course. For people, because I know people don't like to watch my match previews. I know I don't get as many views on my match previews. So you guys who will join me for the match previews, you are the real ones, guys. You are the real ones. You are the ones who deserve the flowers, man. I will never forget that because I know a lot of people just want to come in for the transfer news. But you guys are absolutely brilliant. Absolutely perfect, guys. Absolutely. Thank you so much for everyone who supports the channel every single time. But I do believe that Man United are going to win the game. I think 3-1 to Man United against Bournemouth. I'm not saying it's going to be an easy game. It probably won't be. Man United never make it easy for ourselves. This is the way we've been over the last recent years. Of course, guys, we make it harder for ourselves, and that's just the way it is. We have to ensure that we don't give Bournemouth an opportunity. We don't let Bournemouth settle down on the game. As soon as the game starts, it's all about pressing. It's all about that. That is all that we should be concentrating on, guys, and putting Bournemouth under pressure. The fans play a part as well. The stadium plays a part as well. We've got 70,000 people in the stadium. We need to make more noise in that stadium. We need to be more intimidating in that stadium. We need to ensure that when Bournemouth walk out at Old Trafford, they're like, oh my goodness me, it's different today. It's different today than it's been before. It does feel a little bit different. Oh, I'm not sure about this today. That's what we need to give Bournemouth on Monday, guys. Monday night, evening, under the lights. Let's go for it, guys. Let's intimidate them. Let's be scary. Let's be scary, Man United. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, because I know there's a narrative out there that, you know what, Ruben Amorim isn't the right guy for the job. I want him to be the right guy for the job, and I want him to succeed, and hopefully he does. Marky Mark, a legend. Yes, I see the work the manager is putting into the tactics, but if these players down tools again, it's the manager's fault. I don't get some people's football IQ. They don't have a football IQ, mate. The problem is, Marky Mark, absolutely right. IQ is one thing. Ego is another thing. Narcissism is another thing as well. All combined in one little bubble, which is why none of them built their own platforms. They got it from Mark Goldbridge or whatever they got it from. And this thing. So at the end of the day, what it is that, you know, what I would say is that they are narcissistic, egotistical maniacs and, you know, wanting their own club to lose so they could just come out in the airways and say, I told you so. I told clicks and like brigade at the end of the day, guys. Go home and away at Old Trafford, but stand next to police to do your bloody podcast outside Old Trafford so that no one comes near you. I know that. I've been there. I've seen it, guys, at the end of the day, but that is just the way they are. They're just clowns, mate, at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? What can we say? What can we say? But they have entitled to their opinion. I regardless of what happens, guys, I will be supporting... I will, my friend, but I have to do my work. I have to work. Obviously, I've got to do my streams and stuff. Very important that I do my streams, FM. And very important you come as well, my guy. And don't forget, everyone, I will be live tomorrow at some point. So, guys, you know, I might do the watch-alongs for Everton. I'm not sure. The Chelsea and Everton, isn't it? Chelsea and Everton on tomorrow, isn't it? 2 games, two watch-alongs, of course, guys. So, hopefully... I'll be able to do that, of course, guys. And you know what? It will be a couple of good games, yeah, to settle me down, of course. That hopefully that happens, of course, guys, yeah. But, yeah, look, guys, thank you. Look, you know, it's going to be a game that it typifies Man United, to be honest, if we don't manage to win because we seem to be so inconsistent in regards to winning at Old Trafford. As I said earlier, we need to make Old Trafford into that fortress again. We need to make Old Trafford scary again, like it used to be at the end of the day. Sadly, it hasn't been for whatever reason. And it does depend on the people who go to Old Trafford as well, you know, that to make Old Trafford intimidating, you know, in regards to that. I do like the way they've done the Stretford end. I like the flags, fantastic. I like the seating now, the safe standing and stuff like that is fantastic, of course. Absolutely brilliant. But what I would say is that now let's use it to our advantage. Let's hopefully we use this to our advantage and we move on, of course, guys. Absolutely. But guys, I will be on Judge Mo's channel at 5 UK time. 5 UK time, okay? So I will be on Judge Mo's channel. I want all you guys there, all you guys, to support me on Judge Mo's channel if you could possibly do that for me, guys. If you guys could support me on Judge Mo's channel, that would be great. And support your boy, as usual, guys, of course. But yeah, and smash a like and stuff like that. That'd be absolutely fantastic. But this has been the watch. They're not the watch along yet. It isn't the watch along yet. That is on Monday. Goodness me. I'm looking forward to Monday, guys. Why do Man United keep playing late? I don't know. Why do we always play last? I don't know. Maybe they're saving the best till last. That could be it. Maybe they want Man United to play separate because we get more views than everyone else. Who knows? That could be the case, guys. That could be the case. Big up Marky Mark, my legend, of course. Absolutely. Thank you for your generosity and kindness, my friend. Really appreciate you. Absolutely. But guys, look, nothing seems to surprise me anymore with Man United. The fan base, the ex-players, the media. Nothing surprises me anymore. I just feel like I've seen it all with Man United these days. And it doesn't bother me that much anymore because it's not surprising where we are. And part of me, and this is the worst thing I could say, guys. Honestly, it's the worst thing I could say. And you know, but I say how I feel, right? I honestly feel there's a number of fans out there who don't deserve success at Man United. Now, I supported Man United all my life. I've seen 13 titles. I've seen Champions Leagues. I've seen the treble. I want to keep that between us real fans. I don't believe that these fans deserve success. I really don't. I honestly don't think they deserve success. I don't think they deserve anywhere near the success that we witnessed ourselves, you know. I think that they have wanting your team to lose, which they quite obviously do, going on other channels to just be negative about their football club. It's just not how it should be. It's not how it should be. You should support your football club through thick and thin. Through thick and thin. And people are acting like Man United are losing every single game, and we're 10th or 15th in the league. We're actually doing quite well. We're actually 1 point from fourth place at Christmas nearly, at the end of the day. What did they want? Because at the beginning of the season, I saw these same people saying, I'll be happy with 7th. I'll be happy with 8th. And here we are. 1 point from the Champions League positions on what is the date today? The 12th of December. The 12th of December, 1 point from top 4. If Man United get in the top 4, we can build from that. We can build from that. Next season, we'll attract more players. We'll have more money. We can build from that. And who knows? Maybe we'll challenge for the league. But we have to give it a chance. We have to give it a shot. Donin, what's your prediction? Donin, 3-1, Donin, for me. Man United, 3-1, mate. I think it'll be a cagey game. This is my prediction. I think it'll be a cagey game. It'll be a tough game, but Man United will win it in the end, 3-1. What's your prediction, Donin? Kenny, Sal, we are the only fan base that crash out even when winning a football match. Guys, listen, Kenny, if I awoke from a cocoon, if I was hidden, if I was kidnapped and they let me go, and I saw the social media, I would have thought Man United lost the game against Wolves. By the looks of it, I would have thought that Man United lost the game by just looking at the social media. I would have thought, my goodness me, did we lose to Wolves? You know what I mean? That is how bad it was. My prediction is Man United. Come on, Kenny. We take that, mate. I'll take that all day long. Ineos should just sell the Deadwood and give Kobe Mainoo a new contract. Samuel, there you go. He's got to earn that contract, mate. Got to earn that contract. He's got to earn it. You don't just get contracts at Man United, mate. That's not how we do things. He's been unprofessional, mate. And I've said it a number of times. I don't know if people are listening. I don't know if you're listening, mate. But he has. And every time he's come on the pitch so far this season, we've been shit. And that's it, and he needs to pick it up. And people say he needs a run of games. Well, Nicky Butt didn't get a run of games. Or Gunnar Solskjaer didn't get a run of games when he used to play for Man United, did he? David May didn't get used to get a run of games, did he? At the end of the day, did he? Wes Brown didn't used to get a run of games. You have to play. When you come on at Man United, you don't get time. Play. As soon as you come on that pitch, you have to perform. You have to make something happen. That's what he does. All those players I've mentioned performed. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. At the end of the day, Don in 2-1. Take that, my friend Don, and I'll take that, my guy. Absolutely. Cook Mo. Do not leave him. I will cook Mo. Absolutely. Mo's a legend, mate. I like Mo at the end of the day, guys. I do like Mo. But let me know. Mo don't like Man United. He's pretty open about it. It's up to him if he doesn't want to support Man United. I don't force anyone. This is democracy. He doesn't have to support Man United. But one thing's for certain, every time I go on Mo's show, Man United win. Remember that, guys. Every time I go on this show, Man United win. So this could be a blessing, guys. Hey, Nassau, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Hope everything is best. Has anyone noticed in the black kit, we won, lost, and drew? You know what I would say, Nasser Patel? Big up Nasser Patel, by the way. I hope you're doing well. You know one thing I would say is when the black kit first came out in the 90s, a very similar kit, Man United didn't have a good record in that kit even back then. Even back then, Man United, I can remember games where we just struggled to win. I think the best away kit for Man United is the white kit. However, we did win against Wolves, didn't we, guys? So we can take that as a positive, of course, guys. Absolutely. Samuel, Gianjo Biancelli, JJ Gabriel, and Shea Lacey should start in the first team. Not yet, mate. Not yet. They're not ready. No, they're not ready. Definitely not ready for Bournemouth. Coming on as a substitute is a different story. Youth football is completely different to first team football. Let me tell you that right now. They do not have any winners to come into the team with either. We're looking at a team full of nervous players. We can't even look after ourselves with the senior players, let alone the young players coming in around them, surrounded by, a bit like anxiety and negativity. Hopefully down the line, Samuel, they will be integrated into the team. Hopefully, they'll be integrated in the team. But that does depend on them. Look, if we get one good player coming out of their youth, they've always said that's good. At 10 players, one comes good, that's an achievement because obviously you save money. I'm a big fan of Shea Lacey. As people know, I'm a big fan of Musa. I'm a big fan of Tyler Fletcher. I'm a big fan of Kolungi. I'm a big fan of Fredrickson. I'm a big fan of Mentato as well on that right wing back position. But obviously, we have to give them time. And hopefully, they will be integrated into the team a little bit more effectively, of course. The Sharp kit, yes. The Sharp kit, yes, mate. I had it. I don't have it anymore. It's in London at the moment. I haven't got it on me at the moment, guys. Absolutely not. Samuel, I have seen Footy Judgmo wearing a Manchester United Sharp kit before. He wears it all the time, mate. He supports any kit. What's it called? I forgot. A kit. He supports a kit company, so he wears different kits all the time. Yeah, he wears different kits all the time. He likes Man United because of me. The only reason he has any tolerance for Man United is because of me. If he has tolerance for Man United, thanks Sal. He has tolerance for Man United because I'm such a nice guy, and he has tolerance for Man United because of me. So thank me for trying to convert Mo into a Man United lover. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, you know what? Sometimes it's like squeezing water from a stone. You can't do that. It's impossible. History and PTSD about Man United is something that is rife, and I can't look, guys. I can't grow myself to like Arsenal, and the reason I can't grow myself to like Arsenal is because I was raised in London and I know what Arsenal are all about. I know that their fan base are absolutely unbearable. I can't stand Arsenal. I can tolerate Chelsea. I can tolerate Man City. I'm being honest because they were crap when I was growing up. You know what? I could tolerate those things. Apart from Liverpool, Arsenal are the team that I think, you know what I mean? But there you go. NASA. I don't watch any other aggregators since I found your channel. You're a real United fan and on my Eager team. NASA, you're an absolute legend. Thank you so much, my guy. I really appreciate you, mate. I really appreciate you. You can support me on other channels, though. You can see me on other channels. You know what I mean? Support me on there. But yeah, look, thank you so much, NASA. You're an absolute legend. I can't do this. I can't do these shows without you guys. That is the ultimate thing, guys. Without you guys, there's no Stretford Post, right? And there's no Chatterboxer, there's no match previews, there's no Breaking Dawn. You guys are the life and soul, man. Thank you so much, Nessa. I wonder how much Footy Judgmo hates his rivals, AC Milan. They beat Inter Milan just not long ago, and so did Napoli. I'm in Napoli tomorrow, guys, so don't worry about that. They beat Inter Milan as well, guys. I heard yesterday that Inter Milan had this great record at home. Didn't they? They lost to Udinese the other day at home. I don't know, mate. Irrelevant Inter Milan. Absolutely irrelevance of Inter Milan, of course. I'll be there, Mocho. Thank you so much, Ephraim. Make sure you big up Sal, big up everyone. Cool guys, absolutely in the stream, guys. Big up everyone, guys, and go carry on to support me throughout the media ways, of course, because I need the support, guys. I'm the only one who backs Man United with chest. We've got a lot of big mouths about Man. You know, I have to back Man United chest, and I don't really shout. I don't shout to get my point across. I always believed that if you have to shout to get your point across, you've lost the argument. That's what I've always believed, right? That's what I've always believed. But I will always talk logic in regards to football. I was on Hussam's channel yesterday, of course, a big Liverpool fan. Great show. Funny, but very serious at the end. Obviously, the Mohamed Salah thing. I will give my opinion about the Mohamed Salah thing. I will talk about what I think about it and how I analyze it and stuff like that. And that's why I am every single time. I will analyze other football clubs. People don't like to analyze Man United. This is the thing. They don't like to talk about Man United. Man United level on points with Chelsea, by the way. Level on points. You know what I mean? This is what we're talking about. We're level on points. Absolutely. Samuel, some other Man United channels just follow the crowd. Absolutely, mate. Yep. They just follow the crowd and they just go with the popular narrative. You know what the popular narrative is, Samuel? The commercial media. The commercial media. You know what I mean? The commercial media is the narrative that they follow. So the commercial media don't like Man United, regardless what people say, what they think. The commercial media do not like the Manchester United. They don't like them. So at the end of the day, we have to support ourselves because no one else is going to support us, guys. No one else is going to back us. So it's very important that we back ourselves and we don't embarrass ourselves when we go on other streams. We back Man United with chest. You know, I don't want Man United to embarrass me on Monday. Don't let them embarrass me. Do not let them embarrass me on Monday. I'm telling you right now, they better not embarrass me. Usam was Salah FC fully caught on the KK. Yeah, look, can I be honest, Kenny? I feel for Salah. I think Salah has earned the right to do what he did. I believe that Arne Slot is a arrogant, egotistical narcissist. I think the fact that he went to Ibiza last season, before the season ended, sort of clarified for me what he is. I think if Salah is talking to, if Salah is not on communication level with Arne Slot, or Arne Slot refuses to be on a communication level with Mohamed Salah, what do you want Mohamed Salah to do? What do you want? And that is what I would say about that. Why is Mohamed Salah being dropped from the Liverpool side, right, when Liverpool were losing? Why is it Mohamed Salah being made the scapegoat when Liverpool are losing? Now, if people are saying, oh, but Liverpool's now, since Salah hasn't played, Liverpool form has improved. How has Liverpool's form improved? They beat a 10-man West Ham. They drew with Sunderland. They drew 3-3 with Leeds. Is that because of Mohamed Salah? And this is what we were talking about in the stream. I don't care about Liverpool. I'm not a fan of Liverpool. My brother's a fan of Liverpool. I'm not a fan of Liverpool. I don't like, everyone knows I'm a Man United fan. But what I will do, I will call things objectively and in fairness, right? I will not look at things in a sinister light, guys. Absolutely. Nasser, thank you so much, my guy. Big up yourself. Absolutely. Big up yourself. Thank you so much. Matej still is injured, mate. He is indeed. Yeah, sadly, he's injured. Hopefully he comes back soon. We do need him, guys. We do have a weakened side at the moment, guys, don't we? So we need our defense to come back, and we need to obviously, hopefully, Man United. Look, guys, you know what the blessing is? A man called Aiden Heaven is the blessing. He's a blessing for Man United. He's a generational player for Man United. And to be honest with you, I'm glad we got Aiden Heaven. We've got Lenny Yoro as well, great young player. We've got Mazrui as well, guys. We've got some good defenders. But the thing we need, because if we improve our defense by 20, 30%, we are first in so many attributes apart from defensively. If we improve our defensive attributes more potently, Man United will be further up that table. Now we're only a point from top four. We're talking about 3-2-1 here, you know. So Man United are not as far as people, the narrative will make you think, make you want to think, of course. We're not as far as people want you to think. When do you think we see JJ Gabriel? FA Cup, Bobby. FA Cup. He's eligible to play in the Premier League. He's eligible to play in the FA Cup. He can play in the FA Cup. I would like to think, obviously, it's annoying that we have to play Brighton. I would have liked us to play a bloody easier team than Brighton. We always seem to play Premier League teams, Bobby, isn't it? We always seem to be drawn against Premier League teams. It's just ridiculous. If we manage to beat, if we play Brighton, I would like to see JJ Gabriel. Even if JJ Gabriel is given 15 minutes, 20 minutes, that would be great. 8 points of Arsenal. Absolutely, Kenny. Not far. Let me tell you something. We lost an 8-point lead once with a month to go. 8 points is nothing. Samuel, Carreras and Jed Spence. Isn't it annoying, Samuel, that we had Carreras? And isn't it annoying that so many of us were talking about Carreras should be starting? Isn't that annoying? It's frustrating. However, Jed Spence, for me, is a great player. Jed Spence is a great player. This is one of the reasons why I think England will win the World Cup. England have got so many good players, solid players. I'm not talking about England have got superstars, but they've got so many good players, man. They really have. They've got so many good players now, and team players, you know, players that fit, you know, and fight. And that's what I would say about that. Absolutely. But yeah, look, you know what? Great player as Jed Spence. Sadly, we got rid of Carreras. Carreras is performing at Real Madrid. He's not going to play for Man United again, of course. He's absolutely killing it at Real Madrid. Thank you so much, Eric Ten Hag, in regards to that, by the way. Shouldn't have done that. Should have, instead of buying Dorgo, we should just gave Carreras a chance. He's quite obviously, even when we saw him in the brief cameos that we saw him, he's quite obviously a very talented player, isn't it? He's quite obviously a very talented player. And, you know, he should have been given more of an opportunity. He really should have. But that's the way it is. It's been going on for years. This kind of incompetence at Man United has been going on for years at the end of the day, isn't it? Carreras is slipped through the finger. Now Carreras is obviously a very, very sought after, expensive player now, you know? Brazil need to get rid of Carlos and Vinicius Jr. You know what? The biggest thing about it, Samuel, you got a player called Esteval coming through. Of course, there's a lot of players coming through at Brazil. I spoke earlier about Del. If you know, 17-year-old who's got 7 goals in 13 appearances for the Brazil under-17. He's another one who's coming through, a very good player coming through the ranks there. He's going to be a great player for Brazil. Brazil have got a few players that are coming through recently that are better than the last generation, if you know what I mean. Brazil have gone a little bit of a barren spell when it comes to talent coming through the ranks and stuff like that. A far cry what they used to be, isn't it? Back in those days, back in the days when Brazil had their heyday, 1994 to 2002, of course, that's what I'm talking about. Or maybe you push it up to 2006 if we're being fair. Know what I mean? Around that time. And then they started going, whoop, 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 whoa, down, 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 underground. Absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, Brazil ended in 2006, Box. Yes, I agree. It did. They did. I mean, they had a rapid, but they, you know what? One thing I would say, you had players in Brazil, right? You had players at Brazil, like Juninho, played for Middlesbrough, who were absolutely phenomenal. And they couldn't get in the Brazil side. I mean, you know what I mean? There were so many talented players in Brazil, man, all over Europe. They had the best right back, they had the best left back, they had the best striker, they had the best defensive midfielder. They had so many great players, you know what I mean? And they just lived off brilliance, you know. Rivaldo, Ronaldinho, Ronaldo R9, Roberto Carlos, Cafu, Dunga. You know, they had so many. Cesar Sampaio, Edmundo. They had just so many great players, and they had players come off the bench as well. Absolutely brilliant players. Bebeto, remember him? Don't like Monday games, too long to wait. I know, Darren, it's annoying me as well. It's annoying me because obviously the Monday the games are late as well. It's so frustrating. They are frustrating. It is what it is, isn't it? Samba football is gone. Maybe it be reborn. You never know. Things can come back. Esteval is a good player, but funny enough, Chelsea had 6 defenders against Atalanta. It's weird, isn't it? It's weird, isn't it? Weird how he don't get the scrutiny, though, isn't it? That he's level on points with Ruben Amorim, you know? All the money that they spent as well. Crazy, isn't it, really? Box, they had centre forwards like Giovanni Elba, Mario Jardel, Sonny Anderson, world-class center, who couldn't get a game for Brazil. Absolutely. Of course, let me go through those one by one. Now, guys who don't know Giovanni Elba was a Bayern Munich player, played when Man United won the treble for Bayern Munich. Mario Jardel started off at Sporting Lisbon. Mario Jardel was an absolute prolific striker. If you think about Gyökeres, that's what Jardel was. Sonny Anderson played for Barcelona and in France as well. I think he played for PSG. Sonny Anderson, if you remember, Sonny Anderson scored a goal against Man United in the 98-99 Champions League group stage against Barcelona, and I was at the game. And there you go, guys. And those days were gone. And they couldn't get in the team. Juninho of Middlesbrough couldn't get in the team. They're just jam-packed of great players. Bobby, I hate Monday night games for a reason. Yeah, I hate him as well, Bobby. Bebeto, Giovanni Anderson, Kaká, Rivaldo, Romario, Ronaldo. On and on, mate. On and on. Sal, Carragher, make it personal with Salah. Carragher's a clown, mate. He needs to stop spitting at people before he makes any self-righteous claims and self-righteous opinions, guys. Guys, I want to thank everyone for joining me today. Again, I will be on Judge Mo's channel. If you flip over at 5 p.m. UK time. Guys, please join me for that if you guys can do that for me. Let me just see if I can put on a diversion or for you guys. If I could put a diversion for you guys so that all the community join me for there, guys, and back Salzy with chest. That is, if you can back me with chest, absolutely brilliant. But let me see if I can get this going for you guys. Let me see if I can get it going. I'm gonna convert you to his channel so you know. If you know. You know what I mean? But don't. Just so you know what I mean. What I would say, guys. I'm loving it. So let's go to content. Let's go to live. Let me have a look at this, and I'm gonna go to. All right, let's have a look. So where are we now? I'm here now. So let me just do this. So let me just go here and and I'm gonna divert you guys. I'm gonna redirect you to a Judge Mo channel. Yeah, I'm gonna Judge Mo, and hopefully you guys will get the drift if it allows me to, of course. Never mind, guys. You know where it is, guys. This is giving me a headache. This is giving me a headache. Big up, guys. Thank you, everyone. That means we are winning. Absolutely. Yeah, we are winning, mate. Absolutely. The Juju, Kenny, the Mo, Judge Mo, Juju. We keep it going. That means we're winning, guys. Absolutely. Thank you, everyone. You absolute legends. I'm Sal Warner, this Chatterbox, guys. Join me on Judge Mo. Will be no breaking dawn tomorrow. I'm traveling to Italy early hours of the morning, guys. 2 a.m. is my flight. You know what I mean? All being well. Thank you, guys. You absolute legends. Thank you, Kenny. Legend. Thank you, mate. And guys, see you on Judge Mo's channel in a bit. Take it easy. Peace.